champion.
125 years. That was a long time ago. This game, well, it began simple enough. One team takes the ball and tries to put it in a basket. The other team tries to stop them, and that was it. But just like with most things in life, with time there was evolution. The game evolved into a thing of beauty. An intense competitive spirit emerged where some players found creative ways to score, and others demonstrated a steely desire to stop any kind of scoring at all. Boy, players took to the sky. Some had an almost bird's-eye view of the basket, becoming scoring machines. Other players brought razzle and dazzle, a certain magic to the game. And there were other players that took the game to heights that, well, I could never have imagined. And today, these players, these most incredible all-stars, they are the best of the best. They represent the evolution of our beautiful game. The things they do on the court, well, they fill me with the same magic, the same sense of amazement, and the same intensity and thrill that I felt 125 years ago. Where we go next, I can't wait to see.
Please welcome an 8-time All-Star and 2-time NBA Most Valuable Player who honed his basketball skills in Victoria, British Columbia. It's Steve Nash.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Toronto. The man who created basketball, Dr. James Naismith, a fellow Canadian, couldn't possibly have known that he'd create a game that would be loved around the world. I know basketball drew me in from the first time I picked up a ball. I loved the game as a kid, and I love it today. The players you're about to meet have that same passion. These guys care about the game. They compete. And they can do some of the most amazing things you've ever seen on a basketball court. That's why they're all-stars. I'm proud they'll be showcasing their skills here in Canada. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy watching the best basketball players in the world do what they do best. Enjoy the show, everyone. Let's meet the guys.
Let's introduce the participants of the NBA All-Star Game 2016. The head coach for the East from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tyronn Lue. And the head coach for the West, a 5-time NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs, Gregg Popovich. Unable to play tonight for the East due to injury, a 2-time All-Star from the Chicago Bulls, Jimmy Butler. Also not playing for the East due to injury is an 11-time All-Star from the Miami Heat, Chris Bosh. And now, let's introduce the 2016 NBA All-Stars. Making his All-Star Game debut for the Eastern Conference, the league's leading rebounder from the Detroit Pistons, Andre Drummond. A first-time All-Star for the Western Conference and the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green. Playing in his first All-Star game for the East and representing the Boston Celtics, Isaiah Thomas. A 2-time All-Star for the West from the Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson. selected as an Eastern Conference All-Star for the second time from your Toronto Raptors, DeMar DeRozan. A Western Conference All-Star for the second time in his career from the Sacramento Kings, DeMarcus Cousins. Named an All-Star from the East for a third straight year from the Atlanta Hawks, Paul Millsap. Selected for a third time to represent the West from the New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Davis. For the East and from the Washington Wizards, making his third All-Star Game appearance, John Wall. A four-time Western Conference All-Star from the Houston Rockets, James Harden. Playing in his fourth All-Star game from the East, from the Atlanta Hawks, Al Horford. A five-time Western Conference All-Star in his first season representing the San Antonio Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge. Appearing in his sixth All-Star game representing the Chicago Bulls for the East, Pau Gasol. From the West and the LA Clippers is the 2013 NBA All-Star Game MVP, who is making his ninth consecutive appearance. It's Chris Paul.
If Toronto is in the house tonight, if the six side is in the house tonight, I need everybody on their feet right now. Listen, this is our city, this is our year, but these are your guys. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 All-Stars.
And now the starting lineups. Playing in his second consecutive All-Star game for the East and representing the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry. A first-time All-Star for the West, the most valuable player of the 2014 NBA Finals and the reigning Defensive Player of the Year from the San Antonio Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. Returning to the All-Star Game for the East for the third time from the Indiana Pacers, Paul George. Named a Western Conference starter for a third consecutive year and the league's leading scorer and the reigning NBA most valuable player. From the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry. Appearing in his ninth All-Star game while making his fifth consecutive start for the East from the New York Knicks, Carmelo Anthony. Making his fifth All-Star appearance for the West and from the Oklahoma City Thunder, the 2015 All-Star Game MVP, Russell Westbrook. A 12-time Eastern Conference All-Star who was named Most Valuable Player of this event in 2010. And he's a 3-time champion with the Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade. Representing the West for a 7th time, the All-Star MVP in 2012, and a 4-time NBA scoring champion from the Oklahoma City Thunder, Kevin Durant! An All-Star for the East in each of the last 12 years. He's a 2-time MVP of this event and a 2-time NBA champion from the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James! This year's leading vote getter, an 18-time Western Conference All-Star, a 4-time All-Star Game MVP, the league's MVP in 2008, a 2-time Finals MVP, and a 5-time NBA champion with the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe Bryant!
Once again, my name is Drake. This is the best game with the best players, finally in the best city in the world. You enjoy your night. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Drake, Cirque du Soleil, and your 2016 NBA All-Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask, if you are able, that you would please rise for the presentation of flags from each of the nations represented by international players participating in NBA All-Star 2016. And now, the presentation of colors for the Toronto Naval Reserve attached to the HMCS York. And now, here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, would you please welcome Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, and critically acclaimed actor, Neo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was gold banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And now, here to perform O Canada, accompanied by Tony Duncan on flute. Please welcome Victoria, British Columbia native and Grammy Award-winning artist, Nelly Furtado.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our songs command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Let's have one more round of applause for Neo and Nelly Furtado.